Welcome to my channel. I'm excited about this one today, and for a couple reasons. Number one, I've been using BlackIce Beta Gamma since it came out, and I've really been enjoying this app simulator. It's a new simulator by Nembrini Audio, and it's a nod to Dark Glass's Alpha Omega 900. The thing that sets this app simulator apart is that it has a few sections in it. It has the Beta Gamma, which is the distortion section here. Is when you activate distortion, that means the Beta Gamma distortion is going. So a little thing that you need to know is that edge, punch, and the Beta Gamma section, the mod, blend, and gain are not going to do anything if you don't have distortion activated. That's one thing that I didn't know. That you'll see a few of my presets that I haven't resaved yet. They're like clean, and I have like the punch and the edge activated, which are actually not doing anything because I don't have distortion on. So just keep that in mind. That's very important for your mix. It has a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 band. It has a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 band EQ, and it has a little section up on the top where you can choose your mics and your amp combination. And it has a very, I would almost say they're patented. And it has Nembrini Audio's superb noise gate. It is one of the best noise gates I've ever used for any iOS device. The rest of the controls are all pretty basic. So that's the first reason why I'm excited about this video. The second reason is because I got a new bass, and I'm going to be doing another little video on this one, but the bass is it's not actually a Music Man Stingray, but it's the entry level. I went to a music store, and this bass just drew me to it. I picked it up. I was looking for an actual Stingray to play, so I picked it up not knowing it wasn't a Stingray, and started playing it, and it just blew me away. And then I found out that it was only it was on sale for $300. And to me, it's perfect. I mean, the sound is just great, and it has a 5-position selector for the pickups, and it's active electronics, and to me this thing sounds great. So I'm not going to be doing anything with the bass. I have the selectors set so that both humbuckers are active, and I've got the treble turned up, and I've got the bass mid, and I've got the volume at an appropriate level so that it doesn't peak. This bass is very hot, so I did turn the volume down to halfway. So that is it in a nutshell. So the default setting on Beta Gamma, BlackIce Beta Gamma, is got a little bit of distortion to it. It doesn't have edge or punch, and it's set pretty mild. It's not really heavily distorted, but you'll hear the difference. Here it is bypassed. So that's the bass by itself, nothing, no effect. Here comes Beta Gamma. It brightens it up, gives it a little grunge and gnarl to it, makes it growl a bit. It bites, and in a good way. Doesn't bite in a bad way. So anyway, some of the presets that I have set here, this one's called Less Crisp. It doesn't have edge, doesn't have punch, doesn't have any of the distortion Beta Gamma, and it's just a smoother thing. Now I haven't tried any of these settings with this bass. I have these set up for my my Fender, so we'll see how this sounds here. Very flat. That B string, oh, it just makes my brain rattle. I love it. So that's my less crisp. Some of these I'm going to have to tweak on the go here. So this one I've got, it's called my Modern Indie Bass. I don't know why. I think that's a spin off of one of the presets, but it's got, you see, I've got distortion not activated, and I've got punch and edge. I set this up before I knew that you had to have distortion activated. So I'm going to try actually just the way it is right now, and then I'm going to activate the distortion to see what happens. Nice. It's got a very crisp sound, a lot of bite to it. I'm probably going to be using that expression a lot, bite. So get used to it. Now I'm going to activate distortion, put the punch and the edge on, see what happens. A little bit of distortion. I'm going to put the mod all the way up. Let's see what happens with that. Let's get this thing nasty. Dirty. All right, this one is modified default. Doesn't look like I did much to it. The compression is really nice on this. It really adds some pop to the sound. I think what I did with this one modified, I just shut the distortion off and I put the noise gate on. Very nice. This amp simulator tends to make me play pretty aggressively because most of the presets are really aggressive sounding presets. So this one's sweet funky bass, but I had punch activated, which doesn't do anything. This one I've got the highs tweaked up on the EQ. And the noise gate. I don't know how noisy this bass is. I know my Fender has pretty noisy when you switch between the bridge or the neck pickup. You get a notorious hissing sound. It's the single coil pickup hiss. But these humbuckers seem pretty quiet, so I'm happy. Let me try shutting off the noise gate. See what happens. Sounds quiet. So in a nutshell, that's it. Hit the distortion. So just a little description here. The drive, the blend faders blends between the clean and distorted signal. Mod fades between like the beta or the gamma type distortions. And the beta distortion is tighter. Gamma is more raw. So you'll get, like, depending on how you have the mod set, it'll determine what type of distortion you're getting. Punch increases the bass in the low end, it increases the bass or the low end. And the edge gives it a little bit more mid or more definition. And then the DI kind of blends between the bass signal and the affected signal. So that's about that. Obviously, compression does what compression does. So I'm going to put a little more gamma in there. Remember that mod blends between beta and gamma. So here's more gamma. All gamma. All beta. You can hear how beta has more beef. We can say beef, B for beta. And we'll say G for grunge for gamma. A little more raw, like I said. I don't mess too much with the EQ. Just in general, I usually like a fairly flat EQ, low in the mid-range. Ooh, gosh, that's very, very dirty. Sorry about that. Getting a little weird with my sound there. So you have a nice selection. I think there's maybe about 11 different presets you can go there. We'll go Vintage Creamy. Let's see what this one's about. All right, remember now, I don't have much done to the bass. It's set for both humbuckers. You can hit the plus sign up here to switch. That goes to mine because I did plus, Vintage Creamy, tight bass. Very nice. I like that. Sweet Funky. Now, I did a play off of that one. Street bass. What's street bass about? I'm guessing it's going to be a little dirty and a little grungy. There's some distortion on there I can see. All right. Solid bass line. I don't know if that was a solid bass line, but at least the preset was solid. Power slapper. So it's funny that I went to power slap and it sounded pretty thin. So let's hear this. So maybe it's toned down for slapping hard, hence the name Power Slapper. Dirty amp, big cab. Let's try big cab. So that brings me to the mic and the amp and the speaker simulator here. The menu here, there's quite a bit to choose from. They're all variations of typical combinations. You got the SVT and the 410. Got the B15 and the 115. Hartke 410. I mean, and you can go through an assortment of mics. You got a 115, you got an 810, 810-inch speakers, 212s. So just the beginning amp mic combo here. Another 410. They're all very subtle. Some of them. The SVTs are really pronounced markedly different. B15 and a 115. Very mid-range. Hartke 410. Hartke has those aluminum cone speakers, so they tend to be more mid-rangey. Different mics, different sounds. And these are all just standard bass, standard. I'm on the default modified preset. The custom amp with the 212. I really like this one. So I'm going to play a little song that was inspired by this bass here. Add a little reverb to it. I add the cloud Stratosphere reverb. Love it. I got it set halfway. Give me a nice wet sound. Here we go. So there you have it. This amp simulator is amazing. I've been using it since they released it, and I just got to thank Nembrini Audio for just consistently releasing high-quality amp simulators. You can use them for anything. You don't have to use them for bass. You don't have to use them for guitar. You can use them for a keyboard if you want. Add grunge to an organ, Rhodes, whatever you want to do. These things are really, really great for enhancing your sound. So again, I appreciate you guys checking in. If you like what you hear and see, hit that like button, the thumbs up, and subscribe if you don't mind. So just remember to be kind, like, and subscribe.